This is the New Orleans City Park in New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans City Park is one of the oldest urban parks in the country and a tribute to New Orleans' resilience and artistic foundation. The city park is home to New Orleans Botanical Garden, Couturie Forest and Arboretum, the New Orleans Museum of Art, the Louisiana Children's Museum, and the largest grove of mature live oaks in the world, some of which are nearly 800 years old. The city park's 1,300 acres provides walking trails, an urban forest, open space, cultural amenities, and recreation services. In this video, we'll provide directions, prices, parking, and tips from our own experience. Like this video and write a comment. We really want to hear from you so that we can keep improving our content. Welcome to Hipfig. If you're a travel enthusiast, then join our community by subscribing to this channel. This is the New Orleans, Louisiana Travel Guide series. This episode is the New Orleans City Park Travel Guide. The official address of New Orleans City Park is at 1 Palm Drive, New Orleans. If you don't have a car, it's easy to get here from the French Quarter by bike or public transport. From the French Quarter, you can take the Canal Streetcar, aka the City Park Museum Streetcar, that passes through the main hub of the French Quarter hotels and makes its last stop at the gate to City Park. Along Esplanade Avenue, you can take bus number 91, aka the Jackson Esplanade bus, which includes stops in the Garden District, Business District, and the French Quarter to City Park. For more detailed information, go visit the norda.com website. We drove to the New Orleans City Park and went through the main entrance at the corner of Esplanade Avenue and Carlton. This road will turn into La Longue Drive once in the park. The long tree-lined road leads to the New Orleans Museum of Art, or NOLA. On the right side, you'll see the big lake, and straight ahead at the roundabout will be the impressive New Orleans Museum of Art. We made a right and then a slight left around the roundabout to find parking. Entrance to City Park is free. The City Park is open 30 minutes before sunrise to 30 minutes after sunset. Free parking is available in the park and can be found along the streets or in designated parking lots like the Botanical Garden Casino parking at 53 Dreyfus Drive or the Big Lake parking at Fredericks Avenue. As you can see in the video, we found street parking behind the NOMA near the Sidney and Walda Besthoff Sculpture Garden. From our parking spot, we walked past the little lake, which is in the Sculpture Garden, to the Big Lake. Once at Big Lake, we could hear the chimes of the singing oak, one of the southern live oak trees decorated with wind chimes, including a massive 14-foot one. Around the lake, you'll see the Wheel Fun Rentals, which rents a variety of boats and bikes for exploring the park. Swan boat rentals cost $11 per hour per adult. The Surrey or bicycles range from $27 to $37 per cycle per hour. The Carousel Gardens amusement park is across from the Wheel Fun Rentals. From the Big Lake, we walked to the New Orleans Museum of Art, or NOMA for short. The NOMA contains a permanent collection with more than 40,000 objects and is particularly focused on French and American art as well as photography, glass, and Japanese works. There's a gift shop and Cafe NOMA in the museum. You can enter the museum from the side entrance if you would like only to have lunch there and not tour the museum. The NOMA is open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The entrance fee is $15 per adult, with discounts for seniors and military, and people 19 and under are free. Sorry, there are no videos inside, but it's not allowed in the museum. After the museum, we walked to the nearby Sydney and Walda Besthoff Sculpture Garden. This garden was established in 2003 and was designed to blend with existing mature pines, oaks, and magnolia trees. The 11-acre Besthoff Sculpture Garden at the New Orleans Museum of Art holds more than 80 sculptures nestled along water features and greenery. Look for the 200-year-old live oak inside the garden. The entry fee is $5 per adult and is free for people 19 and under. Sculpture garden hours are Wednesday through Sunday, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Make sure you don't miss the stainless steel sculpture called The Bear With Us by Frank Gehry. Honestly, this was my favorite section in the park, combining nature and unique art. One of my favorite sculptures in the garden is called the Mirror Labyrinth, made out of steel and mirrors, made by Jet Pine. Another favorite bridge sculpture was the Mississippi Meanders by Ellen Zimmerman, which is made of laminated tempered glass, steel, and aluminum supports. The sculptures here are top tier, innovative, and interesting, and set among the sophisticated landscaping featuring large oak trees and water. If you have only time for one place in the park, this would be the place to visit. There are also other interesting sculptures like the 11 acute unequal angles, or the corridor pin blue, which is basically a giant safety pin. The sculptures rotate from time to time, and so you might see different sculptures than what you see on the video here. From the sculpture garden, we took the water walkway to the other side and exited at Victory Avenue. Once on Victory Avenue, we walked up the street and past the gates of the Botanical Garden. The Botanical Garden was established in 1930 and is 10 acres of carefully cultivated gardens. The Botanical Garden contains more than 2,000 varieties of plants from around the world. Inside the Botanical Garden, don't miss the Conservatory of Two Sisters, the historic Train Garden, the Japanese Garden, and the Garden Study Center. Entrance to the Botanical Garden is located at the Tolmas Visitor Center. Across the street from the Botanical Garden is the colonnade of swinging chairs to rest facing the peristyle open-air building facing the Bayou Meter. We took a rest in the shaded swings as the wind blew across. What a magical place. It's a great place for a picnic. After some rest for our weary feet, we walked across the street to the yellow Oscar J. Tolmas Visitor Center. The Visitor Center is located at 5 Victory Avenue. Update alert. The Visitor Center is open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, and Thursday through Sunday is open from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Visitor Center is the entrance for the New Orleans Botanical Garden and Storyland. Tickets for park events may also be purchased here. Entrance for the Botanical Garden is $10 per adult and $5 per person for Storyland. Storyland is a playground for young children. You can also visit the Visitor Center for park, attractions, information, and events. And during business hours, you can also purchase snacks and drinks as well as use the public restrooms. Please be advised to bring sunscreen, water, and wear sunscreen and good walking shoes because you'll be walking a lot. We spent an absolutely beautiful day in New Orleans City Park. This attraction is highly recommended and it will take you 4 or more hours depending on your interest. Happy travels! Go to hipfig.com for more information or go to our Hipfig travel channel on YouTube and be sure to subscribe for regular updates.